Hey guys, in this video we'll cover feline anatomy. In contrast to the angular and blocky shapes of hoofed animals, felines are much rounder and softer. They have extremely flexible and agile bodies, so we definitely can take advantage of that direction line to establish movement. And let's take a look at anatomy. Even in the skeletal structure, you can see the flexibility and curvature of the spine. This is what enables felines to have such a wide range of mobility, especially in smaller cats. You'll see that they can squeeze through mostly anything. Notice the size of the head and this really pronounced zygomatic arch. These eye sockets are quite large, and as these cats get smaller and smaller, you'll see that socket take more space on the skull. And all across the board when it comes to felines, the skull is going to be a lot rounder. Let's also take a look at the musculature. These animals are extremely muscular overall, especially in their arms that they can wrestle their prey with, and they have extremely prominent triceps. The brachiocephalicus, this giant muscle in the neck, is also something to note. It actually travels all the way down, covers the front of the arms. Also, notice the similarities in other quadrupeds when it comes to the skeletal structure and the musculature as well. These are same components that are repeated in different proportions. Alright, let's go through some side views for felines. So predators, they have to have thicker necks, and they do tend to be a little bit shorter than prey animals because when they attack their prey, they need a lot of support so that they don't injure themselves while doing so. If you're focusing solely on proportions, you can still use more angular and blocky shapes to build out these felines, but I would take that extra step to observe the softness of the bodies just so we can capture those characteristics a little bit more accurately. Now let's take a closer look at the head. So with felines, I actually like to use two boxes to block out the head. Since these animals have really rounded features, it's really easy to lose the structure, especially around the face. So regardless of whether or not you're going to use organic forms to build up the shapes, try not to lose the structure while doing so. And as you can see, each cat has different proportions. The distance between the eyes and the snout, and then the snout, the tip of the nose, and the mouth, that can change the characteristics of the animal. Also think about whether you're using sharper or softer features. Now, I'll just be going through some different species of cats so we can compare their proportions and the side profiles. So, the tiger, it has a larger head than other cats, and it also has very rounded features just because of the amount of fur on their heads. Their eyes and nose are pretty far apart, and their eyes are also pretty wide set. Cheetahs, on the other hand, they have very, very small heads, and their nose almost points up or goes straight out. Their features are very, very close together and almost childlike. The lion has a very elongated snout and pretty angular features overall, with a very heavy lower jaw. Now, let's do some studies of these cats in motion. The direction line can be extremely useful to capture the movement, and you could either use just rounded shapes to block out the mass, or boxes in perspective and then soften it up later. Just make sure you're maintaining that perspective. These animals do have a lot of fur, but don't feel like you have to show that texture all the way around the form. Try to focus on areas like below the abdomen, where the arms have a little bit of movement, or in the nape of the neck, where you can really bring out that texture, and otherwise just focus on showing the basic forms. And I want you guys to do 2 studies of cats. Go through the side view, 3/4, do some head studies, and then project it in motion. And remember to really try to maintain the structure, especially around the face. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video with rodents. Bye guys.